Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got another rapid fire video for you.
This is truly the highs of the high, the lows of the low. But I guess we'll get right to it. The very first thing we're going to talk about is devastating news it's for Kat Macario, because she is officially out of the Olympic roster due to a knee injury. I'm going to have Sara read the post that U.S. Women's National Team posted.
During today's pre-match press conference, Emma Hayes announced that Katarina Macario is unable to prepare physically for the Olympic tournament due to consistent irritation to her right knee. Pending official confirmation from the USOPC, IOC, and FIFA, Macario will be replaced on the 18-player roster by Lynn Williams, originally named as an alternate for Paris 2024. Emily Sands, who earned her first U.S. Women's National Team call-up as a training player for this camp, is slated to join the team in France as an alternate.
So, I'm so sad for Kat Macario. And then she actually put out a statement as well. I'll have Sara read that.
So on her Twitter, she says, "Gutted to have to withdraw from the Olympic roster and not be able to represent Team USA. I will be supporting the team every step of the way, and the girls are ready."
Yeah, so, that's part of sports. That's part of the way it goes. U.S. Women's National Team's Kat Macario will miss Paris Olympics with knee injury. Then it actually says here, it says,
"The 24-year-old midfielder has minor irritation in her right knee and will not recover in time for the Summer Games, which begin later this month." Macario suffered a torn ACL in her left knee in June 2022 while playing for French club Olympique Lyon, and spent nearly 2 years away from the field, missing the 2023 World Cup.
But yeah, if you read there, Sara read that she has the minor irritation in her right knee, but she tore her ACL in her left knee. And I hear that's pretty common to have injury on the opposite leg or knee that you have because you overwork the other knee, essentially.
My mom did the same thing. She's such an athlete. Just kidding.
And it makes sense too, but I'm sure the physios always want to make sure that doesn't happen, but a body's a body. Sometimes you can't control that. So I'm really sad for her, but obviously, one of our favorites, Lynn Williams, is
The Lynster. The Lynster.
The Lynster.
Nobody calls her that.
She is officially that she will be on the official 18-man roster, and so pumped for her. I think a lot of people thought initially that she should have already been on the roster. Actually, I saw a mock roster that eliminated Corbin Albert, but then inserted Lynn in a different kind of formation that a lot of people said, yeah, this should have been the formation, or this should have been the lineup. I remember after the last Olympics where Lynn was also an alternate, and the way it kind of worked out, the 18-person roster pretty much became the 22-person roster somewhat. I remember her doing an interview with Sam Mewis, and she goes, yeah, I'm happy that it ended up. I got a medal and I played, but my goal was to make the roster straight out, and that didn't happen. But this is the next best thing. So I know she's probably disappointed, but overall probably pumped that she A, accepted the alternate role, and B, is able to be one of the 18-person players. So what did everyone think? When I read that, I was pretty stunned. I guess I did see this too. Maybe I'll put the comment up I saw on Twitter. Some people said, they weren't necessarily shocked because she really hadn't played consistent minutes, and she hadn't been playing at her highest level. And some people thought maybe she shouldn't have been named at all.
Someone says, "Not a surprise to me at all. She has not played enough full games to even be close to making this roster. In my opinion, she shouldn't have made it at all this year. Don't get me wrong, she's a great player, just isn't and wasn't ready, and should have been left off for a healthy player."
And I did read that a few times, not much, but I did read that a few times, saying like we've talked about, with the roster being so small and her making it when she wasn't playing at her absolute, but I think they thought in their head it was going to be perfect timing for her to be 100%. But yeah. I'm happy it happened now for the whole team and for her to not have to get there and disappointed, but it does suck. And Emily Sams from Orlando Pride will take the alternate spot that Lynn left. So it is. I saw some of the questions. Well, Emily Sands is a defender, not a forward or not a mid. So how does that work? And I saw some analysis saying the way the formation is, it works. She definitely deserves it. Orlando has been killing it. She's in particular has been killing it. Obviously, she was a training player. I'm so pumped for her because with the way things are going, you never know what's going to happen. You know, she could be an Olympic gold medalist in a month.
I know, it's wild.
Yeah. So what did everyone think of that? You know, pumped, but super happy for Lynn. God, we're going to get to this in a second, but the way the international teams are playing, I mean, I'm thinking United States have a chance to be the winner. I really do. So kind of speaking about the world stage, the international break or the international play is happening right now. Euro qualifiers are happening, and there's a bunch of matches today. I'm just going to mention the Irish-English game. Ireland and England are in the same group, and it's a tough group, but England got the win 2-1. Interesting game, though, I will say. Katie McCabe was not playing for Ireland because she was suspended due to yellow card accumulation.
Ooh, that's a rough one, but makes sense for her.
Yeah, it does. But a lot of people, maybe if I put a comment, and maybe I'll put a comment up, a lot of people said, hey, you know, even though they lost, they really played well without Katie. And the way I take that, I thought a lot about this. The younger players knew they had to step up. That's number one. Or anytime, I always say this, anytime a team gets a red card in a game and they're down 10-11, I always fear that 10-person squad because they're always fired up because they know that they're down.
Yeah, they want it even more.
Exactly. And I kind of thought maybe that was the way in the Irish squad where they said, hey, we're down. Now, they didn't win. It was 2-1 and last minute wild goal from Ireland, but they really deserved that goal. And a lot of people said England played well, but they kind of crumbled at the end in a lot of ways. Ireland got that goal and they started out hot, and then second half was not great. The last bit of the match was not great. So they were really lucky to get out of there. Now, that means England is coming very close to qualifying for the Euros. I'm going to read this.
England kept their hopes of securing automatic qualification for Euro 2025 alive with a comfortable and controlled victory over Republic of Ireland at Carrow Road. The Lionesses knew a win was essential to set up an easier scenario against Sweden next Tuesday, but England take 3 points and jump above Sweden in the group, knowing that a draw on Tuesday evening will be enough to send them through. Whoa.
Yes, they need a draw against Sweden, which actually could be tough, you know. But if they get a draw, they just can't lose. That means they will officially have qualified for the Euros. So that will be exciting to see on Tuesday also. But that goal actually that Ireland got at the very end was kind of vital. I'm not exactly sure how the playoffs work. Once this first round of qualification happens, then they go to like a playoff round to get to the Euros. But apparently, I'm just reading this. It says a vital goal for our seeding for the playoffs for Ireland. So that goal was actually very important to them as well. I see a comment here that says, from a Sweden fan, you threw us a lifeline with that late goal. Thank you. If we qualify ahead of England, I'll buy you a Guinness to celebrate. So that means if Sweden wins big against England, that helps Sweden if they win big against England.
This is a lot for my brain to take.
Yeah, so we will see what happens. Goal was vital to Ireland, and some Swedish fans are very excited. But we'll see. Also, I mean, this is kind of Euro connected, but big match. The Euro finals are on Sunday. Spain versus England for the men's. Sara and I don't really watch men's soccer. We don't really talk about it, but that is huge for England and for Spain. If anyone actually listens to this part, who do you have for the men's Euro final, Sara?
America.
No, America's not Europe.
Oh, wrong country. Both? Neither?
Yeah, Sara doesn't like men's soccer. I'm excited for England if they do win the first major tournament since 1966 if they do win. But no women's English players would ever say this. But I bet secretly a few of the English women kind of want the glory of them being the only Euro winners in the last 50 years for England. You know what I mean by that? Like, you kind of want to keep it to yourselves in a way.
Yeah.
Unless they are very benevolent and they love unless that. But I bet they kind of like the glory. I would. Heck. Also, Kind of crazy results too. Spain and Germany both lost. Germany lost big 3-0 against Iceland. But the big game, Spain versus Czech Republic. Spain lost 2-1 against Czech Republic. And there was a red card in that game. And against for Spain, just makes me think. I think United States actually has a very good possibility to win this gold medal at the Olympics. Obviously, Spain has already qualified. Maybe they're trying new things, but they had most of their lineup that you and I know in there. You know what I mean? They had their A lineup for the most part. I don't know. And then they lost against Czech Republic. So I don't know. I have a really good thought about the Olympics. You know, Emma Hayes' no nonsense approach to this, to winning, and all the other teams around the world. I mean, no one's dominating. Even Spain, you would think, oh, Spain could dominate. They're not dominating. So
that's how the cookie crumbles. Yeah. And who knows? We might see an underdog come out of this, and
a team we're not even talking about. Yeah,
it's gonna be so exciting. And
USA do play Mexico tomorrow in New Jersey. So we'll see if the lineup is what we're going to see in Paris. But very exciting. So those are our two football stories. What does everyone think about that? More Euro qualification happening on Tuesday. But the last two things we're going to talk about, not necessarily soccer related, but we have an engagement and a baby on the way.
Don't make me start crying like a baby again. No. So this couple we actually have never talked about, but we've been meaning to, just do a video on, couples that we don't really talk about as much. But recently, Maddie Pogarch, who plays for Utah Royals, recently got engaged to Christen Westphal, who we know is also a player for San Diego Wave. They recently got engaged, and looks like Maddie is the one who proposed. Ooh, Napa Valley.
So they officially got engaged. Like Sara says, it looks like Maddie proposed to Christen, and she says, I upgraded to the lifetime subscription. That's cute. Yeah. That is super cute. And this is one of those couples we've seen a lot of in the last couple years, but we've never really talked about them. We saw them at Caitlin Sheridan's wedding not that long ago. From what I can put together based on the pictures like on Instagram, it looks like they started dating maybe in the 2020, 2021 when they both played for Portland Thorns. Then they both played for San Diego Wave together. And then recently, Maddie went to Utah Royals, and Christen is still playing with San Diego Wave. So they're not playing together anymore, but...
Well, maybe once they get married, then they can go to the same team.
Yeah, I know. Once you get married, you're a package deal. I don't care what you say. Yeah. I don't care what's going on there, a package deal.
Yeah, I agree.
But these pictures are absolutely gorgeous. It looks like Napa Valley. I mean, the winery, they match. Beautiful ring. I mean, picture perfect. Yeah. So congrats to them. So many of their friends and teammates congratulated them in their comment section. I mean, so many people, and so fun to see. So very cool. Okay. So one last thing we're going to talk about. We are going to go from a engagement to a pregnancy announcement. Danielle Carter announced, when was this? A day ago. It's actually pretty cute. She goes, swipe for a cheeky surprise, and it is a pregnancy announcement with her sonogram, and I mean I love that onesie or that jumper.
Oh, it's so cute. Congrats to her.
Yeah, I tried to see who her partner was. She keeps on the DL, so I don't quite know. The only thing I did notice is Beth Mead said congrats to you, and she said someone called T. So congrats to the couple. I think I kind of like that when you keep it kind of low key. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just super pumped for her. She has so many friends. She's actually playing for the London City Lionesses right now, and we know that team is going through some amazing changes with the ownership now. They just signed Asalani, and I mean they are making a run for promotion, but she's gonna have to take a little break for a little from playing, but I'm super pumped for her. I mean, it's weird when you're a soccer professional athlete. Sometimes you think maybe you have to wait till you're done playing to have kids. I think it's exciting when you have kids when you're still actively playing. We know Carli Lloyd. I don't think we've even talked about Carli Lloyd being pregnant, but she had, she waited until she was completely done at 40 years old.
And then some.
Yeah. So I think it's really exciting. I'm sure when Alex Morgan was pregnant, she even talked about it. It wasn't necessarily planned, but I bet she's like, that she was so lucky that happened when it did, so her daughter can remember these things when they're old. Charlie's gonna remember going with her mom on the bus and everything. So I think it's very special. So congrats to her. Very exciting. Love babies. So happy for her. Very exciting. So what does everyone think? What do you think about Kat being out, Lynn being in? Are you one of those people who thought maybe Kat wasn't ready? I mean, obviously Emma isn't going to put someone on the team that's not ready, but maybe this was always the plan, in a way. Also, but so pumped for Lynn, so pumped for her. And I'm telling you, they're going to win the gold. I just have this theory. I just have this in my head. I had a vision they're going to win. I really did.
Is this a real vision, Raven?
It is. I just have this vision they're going to win. And then also England with a tie or a draw against Sweden, they will be officially qualified for the Euros, and good luck. I mean, and so I think they can pull that out. Also, congrats to Maddie and Christen. Very exciting. They're together. They've been together a while, whether it's 2020 or 2021, that's a long time. And congrats to Danielle, because nothing is more exciting than a baby. It changes your life, but in the best way, I've been told. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. And yeah, we will talk to everyone soon. The U.S. Women's National Team play Mexico tomorrow, so we'll make a video after that. But other than that, yeah, we will see what happens.
Bye.